fortunate at RBDG. We get to work with different integrators and retailers and consultants from all over the country when it comes to studio design. One of the companies we do a lot of work with is Sweetwater Sound. And Mark Salamone with Sweetwater had contacted me and said, hey, I got this unique project in Des Moines, Iowa. It's a recording studio, but it's also part of a bigger ad agency.
My relationship and introduction to Trilix came through a sales engineer at Sweetwater, and when they approached building a studio, they called upon us to handle the integration and design work.
We know we wanted something that would be high-end. How high-end, we didn't know.
We didn't know what high-end meant.
Yes, they kind of brought it to a world-class level.
A lot of the spaces I've worked in the past have been rooms that have been turned into studios. What's really special about Trilix Studio is it was purpose-built from the ground up.
So they were really able to put together a dynamic plan that met all of our needs, but also kind of maximized the space that we had.
You don't want to walk from one part of the company or the house into a studio and it feels like you walked into some sort of spaceship. It has nothing aesthetically to do with the rest of the building. This is a prime example of that being done correctly. When our work doesn't stand out as something unusual on the property, that's when we've done our best work.
Studio A at Trilix was designed to accept pretty much anything we could throw at it and excel at doing what we are trying to do with the room. It is a 7.1.4 Dolby Atmos mixing room.
You know, to experience that you're not shoving sound out of speakers, you're putting sound at points in the room. And to see that visually, you can see the light turn on in their eyes.
Studio A's control room is where I'm sitting right now. We have a recording space off to my left. And through a small window to the right, we can actually see into Studio B, which is traditionally their podcast studio.
It's like, what?
Those rooms are all wired together. And to take that one step further, we're also wired into Studio D across the hall. So we have the ability to record all the spaces simultaneously as one big ecosystem.
This room is just dialed in so well, it just sounds incredible. So not only has it increased my productivity and workflow, but it's also just an absolute joy to listen.
And from a design point of view, what's actually in the racks is not as important as did we get the infrastructure in place. The tie lines that come in, where are they located in the room?
Yep.
To where as you change things or expand, is everything within reach? Is it comfortable? Does it have a good workflow to it? That's what's important to us because, you know, what you may love one of these boxes today, but 5 years from now, you know, equipment changes.
Yeah.
Workflow rarely does.
Exactly.
What's important is just getting all that in place when you're putting a space together.
Yep.
You can actually see and hear the exterior windows and then our wall section on the inside of that. And then there's some more stuff going on in between.
Yep.
That is the room within a room concept. That's why you can't hear all that noise outside. Is we were very intentional of, no, we're going to create some separation between that exterior wall and this space.
Yep.
So you don't hear, you know, the cars driving by.
Yeah. Studio B is, well, I guess I would consider it a multi-use isolation room. It is set up as a podcast studio.
One of the main intents for Studio B was it had to be comfortable, it had to accommodate the interview setup that Trilix wanted to achieve, and there's no distractions from the outside world in that room. With the world going on around you and you don't hear it.
They're all routed back behind the curtain here, being controlled live. Got all the lights mounted on the grid system in here, and yeah, it just works very well as a full self-contained podcast room.
And it's quiet.
It's very quiet.
Yeah, that's essential.
Yep.
Studio C was all about comfort. It's about space and what you see on picture and what you're editing coming together. You walk into a room where you're editing picture, you want dark interiors, isolation, what you're seeing and what you're hearing, the size of the picture versus the size of the speakers to match up.
So this is a 5.1 room in here. Do a lot of color correction, a lot of client facing, hang and watch, get some feedback on whatever we're working on video wise.
The darker, warmer colors and being able to look at an edit or even work on some color stuff, that kind of thing.
Definitely gives like a very comfortable home theater vibe. Only thing that's missing is like a popcorn machine.
Gotta get that. When designing a space like Studio D, that a lot of filming, a lot of traditional video production is going to be done in there. Traditionally, when we have a room that has a stage that has a cyc wall in it, it's all about the controlled lighting. It's all about production that can be repeated over the course of a long period of time.
Yeah, this is Studio D. The soundstage, cyc wall, live room. And then we've got these curtains here. You can fully black out the whole room 360. So there's just tons of different background versatility, and that's not even thinking about, you know, the aspects of the cyc wall back here as well.
And we've got our grid.
And the grid.
So we can get all our lights up there.
Yep.
One thing I've learned is you're never done. Mark comes in here and he'll move a few things around and retune the room.
It was very clear they really enjoy and care about making the best sounding rooms they can.
When people come into the studio, I think they're immediately taken to a place where it allows them to kind of dream and think about different projects, and the amount of people that have been through here over the last few years that say, boy, I'm so inspired. I just want to sit here and talk. I want to sit in the room and listen. We should get back together and talk.
I'm really proud of this project, and I loved working with the Trilix team to complete the project.
It always makes us feel good when we walk away from a project and get several years removed, and we check in with the client and the team and say, you know, hey, how's it going? And we hear success stories. The differential between successful companies is not the room and the equipment. It's the people behind it. Everyone we've worked with here, from Brett and Ron to the entire video production crew, all the support staff, everyone here is always in a good mood, trying to do good work. You know, everybody's focused on, quote unquote, doing the right thing. That not only makes our job a lot easier, but when we think back on our body of work, that pushes those type of projects up to the top on, man, I'm really glad we got an opportunity to be involved in that.